Hey there everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hey, last summer I did some videos. It was more like a series of videos, 4 or 5 of them, and I did some brush clearing. And I didn't do just your average day brush clearing with a brush hog. I used a flail mower. Those videos were pretty popular, and one of the biggest questions that came from those videos was, how did I protect the underside of the tractor? Did I have a skid plate, or what did I do? So in this video I'm going to talk about that, so stick around. So what's really underneath the BX series that you really need to protect anyways, right? I mean, you probably want to know what you're protecting. Well, I'll tell you, you've got your front drive shaft, you've got your fuel line, you've got your fuel pump, you've got a fuel filter, you've got an HST filter, and you've got some wires that are running your hazard lights and your tail lights, and most importantly, you have your HST fan. And the HST fan is a little fan, about that big around, and it's underneath, you know, it's right underneath your seat, really. And it's pretty easy for a stick to get lodged up underneath your tractor and break off all of the fans, all of the fins off of that fan, because it's made of plastic. I don't know why, but it is, and it's pretty difficult to fix. From what I understand, it takes a good day or two to get to that area and fix it. I understand that you have to take pretty much your whole rear fender area off, your seat, and maybe even the floorboards. I'm not too sure. I haven't had to mess with it. I don't want to mess with it. From what I've read, from what I understand, it's not something that I want to do. In fact, if it were me, if I had that situation happen, I'd probably bring it into my dealer and let them deal with it, because they've probably done it a time or two. But to protect that area, what I got is this skid plate. This is really a great skid plate. This skid plate is made by a company called BXpanded, and they've got a nice website called bxpanded.com, and I'll put a link in the description. But they've got this skid plate that's well thought out. It has these nice perforations underneath of it for water and mud to get out of, and yet it still protects those vital, critical parts of your tractor underneath. Now, the way that they have it hooked up is, if you can see, it has this nice little hook shape here, right? Well, that just sits right on top of a nice little bolt that they provide you that goes into a factory hole, so there's no drilling required, and it has a little spacer in these hooks right here. You can see them both. They sit right on top of those bolt spacers. Now, the other part that holds it on is right here. These two things. This hooks right into your mower deck linkage. So when your mower deck's not on, you've got that linkage underneath. Well, you just put those pins right through here, you raise that skid plate up, and it fits really nice and protects everything that you need it to. So I highly recommend that if you're going to be out on the trail, out in the woods doing some logging or clearing brush, especially if you're clearing brush, you need to have a skid plate. All right, so go check out that website, bxpanded.com. Nice little skid plate you can get yourself. Well, there you have it. This skid plate really protects well. It's got this nice little front piece that would deflect any brush and just make it travel all the way back past the back side of the tractor. And now it also comes way tight, really tight back here. I don't know if you can see that, but it gets really tight back here to where there's not going to be any sticks that are going to get themselves lodged up there and endanger that plastic HST fan. So if you're out in the woods, if you're on trails, if you're doing any kind of logging at all, you're running over sticks, brush hogging, flail mowing, get yourself one of these. 160 bucks is nothing compared to what you'd have to pay a dealer to fix an HST fan. So get it, check it out, it's worth it. Alright guys, I really appreciate you stopping by and checking out this video. There you go, there's a skid plate option for you. It's pretty reasonably priced and it works great. All right, so if you're out on the trails in the woods, you need yourself one of those. It gives you peace of mind, and you don't have to fork over the big bucks, right? Because you don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. 160 bucks is nothing compared to $500, $600, or maybe $1,000. Who knows? Hey, if you like this video, if you learned something, please, please, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you got a question, great, ask it. And if you want to join us on Facebook, I've got a group called The Ritter Bit Will Do. Look us up. You can chat with me if you want to. Show me pictures of your tractor. That would be cool. And until next time, as always, keep on tractoring, and God bless.